Hey there folks, welcome back to Space Engineers Survival Exploration Mode. Sorry about the delay on the past couple of videos. I've been actually working on my computer. My hard drive had some issues, so I had to reinstall everything before the hard drive went bad, so luckily we have all of our stuff. We don't have to worry about losing anything. And the vast majority of you said that we should go find that large ship that's off there in the distance. And I did some research, and unfortunately, when it comes to the scan mod, very few ships show up as huge, and the ship that does show up as huge is this one, I believe one other ship or two other ships, so it's very, very extremely likely that the ship off in the distance is going to be this one. However, if it is, we can always use its materials or re-outfit it. Speaking of re-outfitting, we don't need all of these seats in here. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to grind away these passenger seats and leave room for something else if we want to put it in here. Because I don't ever foresee having, there's got to be like 30 people on the server with me, because I don't think the game can handle that much. I certainly know it can't do it without lagging out extremely poorly, so we will take away these seats. We're going to leave the couple seats up there by the control panels and whatnot, but this will give us a couple of extra components as well, interior plates, construction components, and more interior plates, and that means we don't have to make them in the future, but we will go get that ship this episode. Another thing that we're going to be doing in the future is we are going to be making a welding ship, a grinding ship, and a new drill ship. Speaking of the new drill ship, I put in a new mod that should make drilling a whole lot more interesting, let's put it that way, because it's a massive, extremely massive drill that we can just bore through asteroids without any issue. And I'll show you that block in just 1 second. Alright, looks like we're full on the inventory, so we'll throw some in here, I guess. Throw the metal grid in there. We'll pick up the rest of this. There we go. Probably don't need these beacons in here either. The beacons just use up power. Oop. We'll keep that there. I think the beacons were there just for looks, for lighting. Because I don't think they were actually emitting anything. Yeah, we're gonna definitely have to keep this little platform here because that's where all the gyroscopes are, but there's plenty of room to put something in here now. Maybe even a tiny micro ship. I don't know if it'd be able to fit through those tiny doors, but we'll figure out some sort of use for this ship. Alright, and I was talking about that drill earlier. Not actually sure where they put it in here. Also, put in a whole bunch of signs, just like we had in our survival series, so if we want to make signs, we can do that. Also, some people suggested I get the compact antenna mod, which we will definitely use. This is the thing that will make drilling a little bit more interesting. So, the normal large mining drill is that big. This mining drill is this big. It's really, really big. Like, really, really big. We could fit an entire ship behind there without any issues whatsoever, and we'd only need one drill. We'd also have to be very careful because if the drill broke, bad things could happen, as in all of the ores that were in there would fall out and wreak havoc, but we'll have fun with that at a later date. What we're going to do now is we are going to take off this small antenna, or this large antenna, and we're going to put the compact antenna on because it makes more sense because this is a small compact ship. We'll get this small compact antenna going. Oh, that's right. I have too much stuff in my inventory, so I'm going to throw it all in the cargo containers over here. It's always nice to have a couple of spare parts around if you damage something, so I might just leave those in there. Oh, and we're full again, probably because of the communication components, which take up a lot of space. Yep, that'll be it. 27 of those guys. And we're almost full again, but we're good. Alright, let's make the compact antenna and show you what that's like. Sweet, that means I can completely change the look of this ship so I don't have to have it sticking down so far. Awesome. And it doesn't look like it takes as many components. Looks like we'll need more radio communication components, steel tubes, and computers, though. Which we have, so that's not an issue. We'll take these. Computers and steel tubes are what we needed. Oh, no, can't fit the steel tubes on us right now, but one more trip and this thing will be done. This is a lot shorter. Well, actually, it's not shorter. It's exactly the same size, but it's only one... Oh, it is. It is a little bit shorter. Is it? No, it's the same size. It's just not 2 blocks, which is fine. Okay, we need 1 large steel tube, construction components. Oh, we need 10 more radio communication components. Was not expecting that. So it actually takes more radio communication components than the regular one. So we're gonna take that, throw that in there. What was it? We needed a couple of these as well. What was it? 10 of them. We also needed some radio communication components, which we can probably make without any issue at our Voyager ship over here. Still waiting for them to fix the issues with the pistons. There's 5 of them. We need 5 more. So production. 1, 2. Oh, wait. They're right there in the inventory, so I don't even have to make them. We'll take 5 more of you guys, and we're going to be done. And then we'll fix up the back end of the ship so it doesn't have this thing sticking off the end. We need small steel tubes apparently too. 9 of those. Take 11 because we have them on us. Alright, now we're done. Let's grind away what we don't need. Reduce the weight of the ship. And yeah, there we go. That's better, I guess. Maybe a little bit. Actually, you know what we're gonna do? I'm gonna make it look a little bit nicer. Oop. There we go. Change it to red. There we go. And we'll just finish these. Would this look alright if I put these here? Yeah, it would. It would look alright, but I need more steel plates, so that will be for a later date. Oh, one would have thought I would have had enough steel to do that. But I don't. Now we do. And we'll throw the rest of this in here. And then we're going to go off finding that large ship. I'm guessing it's going to be the Kooky Monster ship over there. But maybe we'll be surprised. It might be a station or it might be another large ship. So it's going to be slightly over 40,000 meters out. So let's do the scan. Oops, not scam. Scan. There we go. That's range 132 meters. What? What's 132 meters away that's not powered? Must be one of those ships over there. Maybe it's counting the station as being derelict because there's no reactors running. Could be. But that's not at all what we're looking for. Because we remade the antenna, we're going to have to boost up the range to probably 42,000 meters to see whatever it is at the... Oh, not 420, 42,000, there we go. To see whatever's at the edge of our range. Alright, so 40,000 meters away, or 40,500 meters away, there's a stationary huge object. And that's most likely what's causing the drop in frame rate right around this point, because each chunk is around 40,000 meters, so it would load in right about at that time. So let's relook at that, get our bearing. So we have an elevation of 52 degrees and azimuth of 70, so it's almost behind us. 70 degrees is, well, actually no, it's not behind us, not even close. 90 degrees is here-ish, 70 degrees is here, elevation's over there. So let's head off in this direction. Do one more scan. Elevation -5, azimuth is another 28 degrees, so we're a little bit too high up. 28 degrees, so it's right around thereabouts, maybe even on that asteroid. Elevation -3, azimuth of 6, so still a little bit further down, a little bit further over. Oop. There we go, and we're pretty much right on the money. Azimuth is a little bit too far over, and it's a little bit too far down. There we go. It's like right there. So we're going to accelerate, and then I'm just going to drift to the target. We'll see what it is when we get there. Let's go up to our maximum speed, which is... I forgot to increase my speed again because I reinstalled Space Engineers. I forgot to do my mod again, but that's fine. I will just drift here off camera until we get there. Alright, see you guys when we get there. Alright folks, I think it's finally starting to come into view, around 38,000 meters away from our base, and it looks suspiciously like another kooky monster ship. Which is fine, I guess. Yeah, it's definitely one of those. No doubt in my mind. So, looks like we found another one of these. Be cool if they added more variety to the ships that spawn in. Maybe I can find some mods that do such a thing. But right now it looks like we're gonna have 2 of these. I wonder if I can just dock onto this and take it back, because I don't want to take 2 trips, because it took around 5.5 minutes to get out here. So, well, oh, I dented it. And lock it. There we go. I'm going to exit the ship now that it's not going to be drifting off into space. Let's see here, is this attached this time? Looks like it is, which means I should be able to go in here and control panel. Let us find the reactors. Toggle block on, small reactor on. Also, we're going to take all of the blocks and transfer them to us. There we go. Perfect. Wait, this should be ours. Why did it say me? Yes, there we go. That's better. Alright. And this is pretty much exactly the same ship. And it doesn't want to move because... well, let's... oh, no wonder. There's no power on this little ship that we're on. It disconnected, just like it did before. That's very strange. Well, I'm going to have to do the same thing we did before, which is find a nuclear reactor, grind it off, and come on, open. Open, please. There we go. No. It disobeys me. Guess what that means? Yes, grinder time. I'm pretty sure we can get the door open if we use the control panel instead. Blast doors, reverse, there we go. Alright, let's go find one of those reactors. We'll get that little escape pod plugged in, and then we're going to head on back. And we're gonna figure out what we want to do with this. I'm thinking just grind this one away because we don't need 2 of them. We will take those uranium ingots. Also, we should see if there's the exact same stuff inside of the chests as there were last time. Well, not chests, but cargo containers. All blocks. Small reactor. There we go. Just plop this guy somewhere. Where will you fit? Well, it will fit if we take off this piece right here. Whoop, I placed it wrong. Yeah, that'll work. Throw in the uranium, and then we will be on our way. And we docked. Alright. So we're going to do the same thing we did before. Grind off that little reactor. Also take the uranium out first. Okay. Now we should be able to... Well, I bet if we turned off the inertial dampeners, we could actually fly the Cookie Monster back. Or Cocky Monster. I prefer to think of it as a Kooky Monster, not a Cocky Monster. What a name. Anyhow. What were we going to do? That's right, we're going to turn off the inertial dampeners on this ship and see if we can fly the whole thing back. Man, there would be a lot of good stuff in here if we were to grind it away. Let's turn the inertial dampeners off. 'Cause I'm guessing... Actually... I bet if we turn the inertial dampeners off on the Cookie Monster, we could actually bring it back without an issue. Because it doesn't seem to be fighting us that much. Not unlike last time when we were carrying such a small ship back. I mean, it's being a little bit difficult, but it still shouldn't take too long. Alright, well, before we go off an adventure and do that, we are going to... inertial dampeners. Oh god, I completely forgot. We just blew a hole right through the center of the ship with the thrust. Well, now that we are not moving, I'm going to attach it to a different area that hopefully... I think the reason it wasn't as big of an issue pulling this thing is because it's closer to our center of mass when we're pulling it up here, but that means we're going to be blowing a hole in the center of the ship. Well, let's lock it right here because I think the thrust is going to go through the... Nope. I thought it was going to go through the little hole right there. I suppose I could actually aim for that, so let's do that. Back a little bit. And nope, needs to be up a little bit further. And this way. Backwards, 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 backwards. A little bit more, a little bit more. Perfect. And now we just need to get a little bit closer to the ship. Okay. Now let's see what's inside of those cargo containers, see what kind of damage we did. Well, there's scrap metal flying off, so we did some... Well, actually, that's an entire block that fell off. Good job, us. Okay, so we did do some damage to that. We did a lot of damage. Wow. This is definitely going to be a scrap ship, judging by the fact that I blew many, many holes in it already. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of damage done to it, because there's that. Might as well just start grinding some of it away so we don't lose the blocks. Okay, now this is going to thrust right there where it should. Okay, is there any other thrust that might damage this ship? No. Okay. Well, we put a hole directly in the center of this. Which we can fit through. Oh, wow. Wow, we did a lot of terrible damage. Right to the center console of it, no less, so that's good. can actually see the interior of the ship. Cool! But I'm gonna have to grind away this stuff because it's just floating loosely. Same with that. Okay. Let's fix some of these blocks, and let's see what's inside of these guys. Same thing as last time, yeah, same thing as last time. So these are exactly the same ships, so there's no reason to save both of them, especially now that I derped it up and blew a gigantic hole in this one. Alright, that's fine. Grind away a couple of these blocks. Make the ship a little bit lighter. Easier to haul. There we go. And now we can get out. That's the main reason I wanted to get out. Alright. Now, like we said before, we're going to turn off the inertial dampeners on this guy. Oh, they weren't on to begin with. Well, that'll be a little bit more interesting. In fact, I can probably just turn the entire ship off. Well, that'll turn the cockpit off. Nope, there we go. Alright, well, now we are going to try to make it back to our base. It's probably going to take quite a lot longer than it took to get out here, but that's fine. So let's point it at our space base, which is 40,000 meters away. Let's see how well does this one, but I think where we were holding on to it before was a little bit better. Oh, come on. Inertial dampeners off. Let's just keep on trucking. So at 100 meters per second, it would take 400 seconds to get there, which is quite a long time, and I don't think we're going to make it up to that speed. I might have to settle for 50 meters per second, which would mean a solid 10 minutes before we get back to our base. Oh, looks like we're past that speed already. Oh, that's an interesting looking asteroid off in the distance. Like a donut with... Oh, well. Let's just continue on, and once we get up to that speed, we'll cut to when we're at our base, or nearly there. We're almost at maximum speed right now, so... But this is actually a lot easier to carry because we can carry it closer to our center of mass, which is nice. And it's a lot easier than trying to carry something further down. Uh-oh, uh-oh, uh-oh. I bet that was the pistons. Those pistons like to do crazy things. Yep, yep. Anyhow, we are at our maximum speed, so... Yeah, stuff's rattling around in there. I will meet you back when we're at our base, or something interesting happens. Alright, well, we are rapidly approaching our base. Nothing interesting happened. The contents of our spaceship jiggled around a little bit, and you can still hear them rattling, and I'm sure you will when we turn on our inertial dampeners. Speaking of which, we'll probably do that pretty soon, because I'm not entirely sure how slow this thing will stop. Probably very slow. Oh god, oh god. Yep, very slow would be the answer to that. Hopefully I don't go flying into the asteroid. Oh dear. Well, inertial dampeners are on, and they're doing a good job of slowing us down. I don't think we're going to crash into the base. Yeah, we're just going to drift by it. Well, let's see if we can inch our way towards the base a little bit closer. Alright, well, yeah, not so bad. Oh god, make it stop. Yeah, you can hear the contents of our ship that we captured rattling around. Alright. Okay, well, that was an intense couple of moments there. But we weren't really in any danger of crashing. Just didn't want to destroy the contents of the ship. I'm going to leave what we do up to you guys when it comes to this ship, if you want to repurpose it or if you just want to grind it and repurpose that fully functional ship over there. Oh god. Yep, there goes some parts. And speaking of which, I want to go grab those parts. Where'd they go? Where'd you go, parts? I want you. Okay. No parts for us. Yeah, it probably disappeared already. I actually kind of do want to see what was rattling around in there. I'm sure it was partly that, partly... Yeah, the piston, the doors are probably gone. No, the doors are still there. I'm incredibly impressed, but looks like some blocks broke. Eh, not so bad. Not so bad. Actually, no, that was one of the doors. As you see, there's a door here and not a door there. Okay, so one of the doors did break off. That's kind of expected. Those pistons act really wonky when you're going at full speed and pretty far away from your home chunk. So that's alright. I'm sure eventually the dev team will get around to fixing it. They have a lot of things they're working on, I'm sure. Mostly AI, I'm sure, is what they're working on. Let's get a little bit closer to our base. Drop this thing off. And, oh dear. Don't want to get too close because I'm not going to be able to control it that well. Oh, why am I hauling this thing around? It has its own engines and they work perfectly fine. Alright, let's come to a complete and full stop before moving your arms and legs out of the vehicle. Alright, there we go. Oh, no, don't turn it off. Just, well, let's disconnect it and then get out. Let's get inside of this thing. I'm sure it still works perfectly fine. He says, completely unsure of himself. Yeah, it works. It's just missing a lot of parts. Alright, careful now. We all know how I like to crash into things, but let's try to at least preserve it until you guys determine what we do with this. If we save it, if we grind it away so we can make cooler ships, I mean, we'll see. I would really like to find a station. Those things are like unicorns, and they're like unicorns out here. They're impossible to find. I mean, look at how many ships we found. We found 5 different derelict ships, none of which were stations. And I know there are, well, technically we found the first station, but that's a terrible station. It doesn't even look like something that's in the game. I don't know, but maybe one day we will find a station. We can use that as a secondary base so we don't have to build a new base. I'm sure there's got to be another station out here. They probably won't show up as huge because they're not made out of as many blocks as, say, something like that. But because they are made out of large blocks, they are actually going to be physically massive, which is something I wish this scan mod would do. Just tell you its physical size. Moving tiny. Oh, I bet you that's the little, that's the hangar door for the Cookie Monster ship that broke off, is probably that. And it's drifting off in this direction, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, pretty close. Azimuth -45, -15, so that's probably right around there. Yeah. I'm not going to go get it. It's not worth the couple of steel plates that we would get from it. However, what we do need is we need to make a mining ship. And now that we have that cool mining mod, or the part of a mining ship mod thing, the drill. We have a big drill that we can make. It would be cool to make a cool little massive mine ship that we can take out to all the little asteroids that we want. So it'll have to be fast, it will have to be able to bore tunnels, and it will have to have lots and lots of storage so that in case we accidentally break the drill or something like that, it doesn't explode into a million pieces, which I've seen happen and is kind of hilarious. And it will probably happen to me too, knowing how I fly my ships. Alright, let us at least get a start on it. I don't think we're going to even finish the design this episode, but I think we will get an idea of what we want. New large ship. We'll probably build it up here. There's no other place to build because I kind of have my landing decks completely occupied at the moment. Alright. Heavy armor blocks are a good thing when it comes to mining because your ship's gonna get dented and damaged. However, the interior blocks can be light armor, and I'm gonna have to take that into account. We don't need them to be red either. Put that there. Alright. That's the standard build for me. One square block on top of a landing gear, and that's it. We'll put a smiley face on it, and it'll be done. No, not quite. We also need... I'm guessing we'll probably want a large... I don't know. How much does this thing use as far as energy goes? It doesn't say. So I'm going to bargain and guess that we can probably put 3 small reactors on instead of a massive large reactor, because that will make our ship a lot smaller, a lot more compact, and that's what I'm going to go for, is something that will be small and compact, fit inside of the little space of this massive drill that we're going to be making. Right now I'm just... These are not going to be in the final ship. I'm just going to place down the drill so we know kind of whereabouts. Holy crap, this thing is huge. We have to put the rest of our stuff. Come on. Alright. So there is clearly going to be a cargo thing right there, so we're going to want conveyors going to, or not conveyors, but conveyor tubes going to a cargo container here. Let's just build a couple of these blocks here to secure it in place. But we're going to grind away this, as well as, no, not that, otherwise everything will go flying. But there we go. We're going to want conveyor tubes. That will go to a large cargo container. Yes, we're making this out of large ship blocks because, well, look at how massive that drill is. It'd be just freaking sweet if we can make this thing work. Alright, many of these little scaffolding things are just here to, yes, make the parts stay in place. They're not at all going to be in the final structure of the ship. Now we need a large cargo container. Medium cargo containers are only for small ships. This is really frustrating, trying to get this thing to work. I'm just curious, how much does it take to make this drill? Holy dear Lord, that's a lot of steel plates. You know what? I'm gonna just stop constructing this for now, and I'm gonna get making those steel plates like yesterday. We have very few steel plates in reserve, and we don't have much in the terms of iron. You know what? I'm actually probably gonna save building that ship until you guys say whether we can grind away that dilapidated Cookie Monster ship or not. So let's put the parts in here. Go to production. How much do we have as far as steel plates go? We have 4,000, which is not a lot. Yeah. We can make... How many steel plates can we make? We can make approximately 2,000 steel plates, so that's not even enough to finish that. Not even close. What about assembler 3? You have nothing in except silicon. Okay, so mining, perhaps? It's going to be a fantastic mining ship once it's done, but man, oh man, is it going to suck down the resources. We spent too many resources building a base that isn't finished. Hopefully there's going to be enough iron in this asteroid, I'm guessing there should be, to finish that. Okay, well, Alright then. I'm gonna see, maybe there's some iron or something in... there's definitely cobalt and silicon in the cargo containers here. So let's grab those. Oh, I can't get it from there. I'm gonna have to go to one of the non-destroyed areas of the ship by going through a destroyed area of the ship to get to what we need. Come on. Come on, get in there. There we go. There is silicon, which I can't get. Can't get that either. Can I get this? No, I can't. Can I get this? Yes, I can get this stuff. Okay. Which means the stuff is on the other side of the ship that I can't get. Come on. Or maybe it's here. Nope, nothing in that one. Oh, but it's all connected, so sweet. Grab all this stuff. We're gonna need it. Alright, good. Well, now that we scavenged basically everything that we need off of this ship, we'll leave the fate up to you. Alright, well, come on, let's get out of here and let us admire the nice-looking Cookie Monster, which I shot up with a Gatling cannon because I'm an idiot. Because I'm an idiot. Alright. There we go, brand spanking new. Except it's missing a couple parts. Ow. That's right, we have some stuff in here. Let's grab the steel plates out of this guy. If there are any. And there aren't, of course. Alright. Well, let's throw the stuff in here, and I think that'll be it for this short episode. I'll make sure to get the episodes keeping on coming, because now that my computer is all fixed and whatnot, it shouldn't be an issue making new episodes. Alright. Well, that'll be it for this short and sweet episode. Sorry the ship wasn't any cooler than the last ship that we got, but yeah, maybe next time we'll find a station. Alright, that'll be it for this episode. Thank you folks for watching. See you guys next time.